Okay, so I did a detailed trailer reaction of Spider-Man Brand New Day on my Patreon, and a lot of you watched it, but those of you who can't afford Patreon right now wanted to know my thoughts on the trailer as well, and I got so many messages about it. So I won't be doing this often because I typically have other videos to work on, but I'll give you my brief updated thoughts on the trailer. The first thing I noticed is the Spider-Man costume. Tom Holland's suit finally looks good. It has creases on it, it looks like a proper Spider-Man costume for once, the lines are much more prominent, it's just a massive improvement from the suits we've had before. It's still covered with too much CGI though. It's not as heavily covered as it was before, but it is still clear that they have laced it with a layer of CGI. And this shot of him putting his mask on, it didn't look right. The most distracting thing is his neck. It is super exposed here, and then suddenly the mask covers it even though he didn't tuck it in. And it just didn't look right. So as improved as the suit is, it still suffers from really distracting CGI deficiencies. And I'm not going to make any final judgments, but this reminds me of a mistake that AI would make. And this is strange because the other movies managed to make it look real, but here, it just didn't. So the costume is a mixed bag. The next thing I noticed was organic webs. Looks like they are taking further inspiration from Uncle Toby, although there seems to be more going on here because it seems like he is transforming. Now a lot of people are speculating that this is the beginning of his transformation into Man-Spider like he had in the animated series, and this was the first time I saw a body horror as a kid, and it would be super cool to see this in live action. We even see his body being scanned by Bruce Banner, and both his posture and the way he's very stiffly holding his arms out, it almost looks like he is supposed to have multiple arms in this scene, and I wouldn't be surprised if they edited them out of this trailer just like they did with previous Spider-Man trailers. The same with this final shot right here. If this is really happening, let's just hope that Sony and the MCU fully commit, because you only get one chance at this, and you gotta do it right. And this is where you need to push the PG-13 rating and make him truly scary. Little kids would get scared, but they'll look back at it fondly when they get older. I mean, we've all done that with stuff that scared us as kids. Plus, the young kids who are watching Tom Holland as Spider-Man for all these years have now grown up, so I'm sure they'll be able to handle it at this point. And I just want to put it out there, practical effects would be great here, or at least a combination of CGI and practical effects. I mean, if Christopher Nolan can make this with a PG-13 rating, then I want to see them go all the way with Man-Spider. Now let's talk about Bruce Banner. We heard rumors that Mark Ruffalo was going to be in this movie, and he is. And I gotta say, this is the first time I'm seeing Mark Ruffalo's Bruce Banner where he actually feels like the character. After the first Avengers movie, whenever he appeared in the MCU, it just felt like you are watching the actor. But here, I actually see the character, someone who has had an eventful and heavy past, and I really like that. And as I've stated on countless live streams, we are going to get the original Hulk back in this movie. No more Professor Hulk or anything, which thank God for that. And I like that Peter is having to deal with the reality of his friends not knowing who he is, and now he has to start over with them again. Now I was also surprised to find out that these ninjas, they aren't just any random ninjas, they are the Hand. Now in my trailer reaction, I didn't pick up on that, mainly because Daredevil is not in this movie, and the Hand is usually his villains. So to see them here, with costumes that look more lighter compared to what they were in Daredevil Season 2 and The Defenders, that did throw me for a loop, and I didn't recognize them. I thought they were just random fighting ninjas because that was kind of the director Destin Daniel Cretton's thing in Shang-Chi, masked martial artists. But to bring the Hand here, that's interesting. So I like that the story seems more heavy in this trailer, and we even see Peter looking exhausted. I just hope that this will last for more than one scene, and isn't over in a split second like his sad scene in Far From Home was. Also, remember what I have always said, just because we see some darker stuff in an MCU trailer, that doesn't mean I trust that the movie will be more mature. It's still a Marvel movie, so it could end up being super silly when it comes out. You guys learned about that the hard way with Ant-Man the Wasp: Quantumania. So I've always been doubtful of these more mature trailers, but there do seem to be some improvements here. And with all the characters in this movie, including Sadie Sink, who is rumored to be playing Scott and Jean's daughter from the X-Men, as well as Bruce Banner, the Hand, and the Punisher, I thought this was going to be another superhero ensemble movie. But this trailer actually makes it feel like a Spider-Man movie, which is something that I have long wanted from Tom Holland's films because they have always felt like they were hijacked by the MCU. But here, it looks like we are finally getting a Spider-Man movie where Peter Parker is having to lead the charge. So if they were able to maintain that and not have him get overshadowed by everything else, then I would really be into that. But the movie does seem quite jam-packed. I mean, just with villains alone, we have so many. We got Scorpion, Bruce Banner, who's gonna be Savage Hulk, and he's gonna be a bad guy for a bit. We've got Boomerang, Tarantula, Tombstone is gonna be in it, the Hand is here, we might even get their leader show up as well. We even have Hope Summers, and she is possessing people and seems to be a villain. at least for a while, she'll most likely end up being good. And these are the villains that we know so far. We might even get Mr. Negative as well, as they were searching for a male actor that fit his ethnicity and age range, so we'll likely have him as a villain in this too. Some people are even thinking that this might be Venom, which I hope not. I'm hoping his man-spider transformation is complete here, but no more villains, we've got enough as it is. So here's hoping it doesn't end up feeling overstuffed, and hopefully Boomerang and Tarantula are just going to be part of a montage. So I'm intrigued by a lot of what I see, but I do have some complaints, and I think there are grounds for concern. First off, the cinematography looks so flat. They are still using boring looking medium shots, and there is no depth to any of them. And that is in big part down to the framing and lighting. They are lighting these shots very poorly, and just the way everything is framed looks really plain. And the colors still don't pop either. Visually, I think the Spider Noir trailer actually looks infinitely better than this. There's clever staging and depth to the shots, the lighting is very well done, everything isn't framed in a boring medium shot, the colors are sharp and are full of personality and style, and each shot just looks beautifully put together. And this is a TV show, and the green screen is so bad throughout this trailer. This shot, for example, is clearly taking direct inspiration from Across the Spider-Verse with Miles and Gwen, and I applaud that, but the green screen effect is not good, and it doesn't relay the feeling of vertigo that it so clearly is trying to give you. The platform he's on is there, but you can tell that everything else around him isn't. It's all either green screen or a poor use of the volume. And this is just one example. There are plenty of other examples in this trailer of bad green screen work, which is really distracting. And the CGI double for Spider-Man is still very obvious, and the animations don't look right either. I have seen more fluid looking Spider-Man flips in the video games. So overall, I think this looks interesting. By far the most interesting of all the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, but at the same time, I can see the potential places where it can all go wrong. There are too many characters, too many villains, too many heroes, and all of them could bring a ton of different stories. And that's not usually good for any movie. Plus the more mature tone looks cool, but there is a strong possibility that Marvel are just teasing it in the trailer, but will then just go back to their old ways in the actual film. So I'm not excited for it, but I'm not dreading it either. I think the trailer was okay. It's a teaser, and it got me intrigued, and it's definitely gotten me interested enough to want to see another trailer. So we'll see how this movie does. The biggest thing I want is for the movie to commit to this being a Spider-Man movie, not an ensemble movie with Spider-Man being the dumb sidekick like he was in the last 3 films. I want him to wise up, grow up, and be tested way further than he has ever been before. You know, be Spider-Man, not Spider-Boy or Iron Man Jr. So, what did you think of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer? Do you think it looks awesome? Do you think it looks bad? Do you think it looks okay? And do you think it has too many villains and storylines going on? Be sure to let me know in the comments right below that like and hype button. And if you want to see me reacting to the Brand New Day trailer for the first time, as well as other trailers including Spider-Man Noir, then head over to my Patreon. And aside from trailer reactions and having your name in the credits, take a look at the other perks, as I have a lot of other cool and fun stuff going on over there, including my uncut reactions to movies and TV shows. Thanks again for watching, everyone, and I will catch all of you very soon. Take care.